In today's episode of History in 2 Minutes, we go through the story of George Washington, America's first president. Before the American Revolution, Washington served in the British Army. In 1754, he led an attack on a French patrol in the wilderness of Pennsylvania. The battle was small, but its consequences were massive. This single act escalated into a global conflict known as the 7 Years' War. At just 22 years old, Washington had unknowingly set the stage for a war that spread across continents. Years later, during the Battle of Monongahela, Washington rode through enemy fire to rally his men. By the end of the fight, 2 of his horses had been shot out from under him, and 4 bullet holes pierced his coat. Yet somehow, he walked away unharmed. Some believed he was protected by fate. Throughout the Revolutionary War, Washington didn't have a Grand Command Center. Instead, he planned every major battle from inside a canvas tent. This tent served as his war office, his bedroom, and the place where he made the hardest decisions of his life. And over 240 years later, a fragment of that very tent was rediscovered, a reminder of the war that changed history. Beyond the battlefield, Washington was a master of intelligence. He established one of America's first spy networks, known as the Culper Ring. His spies used invisible ink, coded messages, and even secret identities to gather information on British movements. This hidden war of espionage gave Washington an edge that the British never saw coming. George Washington wasn't just a politician. He was a warrior, a strategist, and a leader willing to take risks to secure victory. His time on the battlefield shaped the country as much as his years in office. And even now, new discoveries continue to reveal more about the man behind the legend.